Good evening. Hello, Asher. Hello, Cliff. Like, I have lost a lot of sense of days of the week for the past few weeks. It will be back to normal next week. It will be back to normal next week. Oh, thank you for the water. Hello, Daniel. I just woke up from a nap, so I guess it's just sort of started. It's just sort of started. Yes, remove. Made. Speaking of which, yeah, might as well show it. I wasn't expecting to get this so soon. I mean, soon is not the right word, but I wasn't expecting to get it today. So it's just sort of a, this is highly influential. This is highly influential. Let me bring it up. So yeah, I've been talking about what I want for a second outfit. And I sort of already have one, you know, but it's not personalized. It's not mine. It's someone else's. So, I asked my first outfit designer to make me my own dress. And it's done. Although, I mean, like, okay, I say it's done. It's not like 100% finished, but I have a blueprint, which is pretty good, right? So like step 1 out of like 4 is done. But hey, at least it's getting there. It's getting there. It takes a while to make new dresses, you know? It's not just print and play. You can't just pick up a new one at the shop. Not when it's bespoke. Let's see, where is it? Okay. Wait, do I really have it over there? Yeah, I guess I do. Okay. Actually, now that I look at it, it's kind of a, do I do all of it at once? I might as well, right? I'll actually zoom in, too, on details. So this is going to be the plan for next outfit. No. I can't really do that unless I have a 3D model, right? Unless I have a 3D model. It's not very common to find this kind of split bangs in models anyway. It's not, maybe it's not really in style. Yeah, boots. Yeah, I had to cover up the feet. Sorry, you can't really be a, it's not that you can't be a maid with bare feet, but it doesn't really fit the style. Like, I would never dare to go to a red fair in bare feet. That would be kind of dangerous, right? So, boots. Boots. Shh. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to zoom in a little bit more. So, I guess it would also be a new hairstyle, too. So yeah, headbands. New hairstyle. New outfit. Dead mom. Look, I'm not... Living ants, perhaps. Living ants. I'm a living ant. Okay, let me... Distracting me. Okay. Oh, I got a crack, but it was too far away. Thank you. Yeah. I should probably... It's kind of a... maybe I should stretch before stream, too. That style of ponytail. It's not very practical, though, you know? It's not very practical. I feel like if I were actually doing things with this hairstyle, it would probably, like, flop into things. That would be very nice. Why does she look like she just messed up? The maid outfit's kind of embarrassing, isn't it? maid outfit's kind of embarrassing, that's why. But yeah, so it has the same style of, I guess, silhouette as this outfit, with the short skirt and the off the shoulder. Thigh highs again. And yes, boots. I don't know if I have... Okay. I don't think I have boots quite like this anymore. But my Ren Fair boots are not particularly exciting looking from the front. They look really cool from the side, but it's not very appropriate for a live 2D, is it? If they only look cool from the side. But actually, I should... So you see there's a color palette on the side here that's I'm kind of blocking a little bit. I'm going to shrink this because there is a back to the sign too. Bleh. So let's make this something that like fits in the window. And I guess I'm going to move myself too because it's going to be a back. Yeah, there's a back. Every outfit should have a front and back, right? Ideally a side too, but I opted for something else instead. Blech. Okay. No, that was the wrong thing. Click, click, click. Here we go. So that's the back. Actually, I should probably... So you can see double bow. You can see it from the front too, but I think it's a little harder to see, but yeah, double bow. Big ribbon. That's how you know it's a maid outfit, right? When you need a huge ribbon to tie the apron on. You can see the corset from the back too. Although I guess waist cincher might be a more appropriate term for it. Waist cincher might be a more appropriate term. And the back of the boots, and they have a little bit of a heel, not a huge amount. Let's see. The flowers on the side too. And there's ribbon on both sides. It's just bangs kind of cover it up. And I have some expressions on the side too for this sheet. Let me grab it out. Help if I could grab the right one. Okay. Ah! I keep shrinking it the wrong way. Okay. So, yeah, expressions. Like, what kind of expression should a maid have? I feel like I could do most of these right now. Okay, maybe I don't actually have sweating. Should I get... That is something that my model parents have been doing. They've been adding, like... They have on their own models, like, a sweating toggle. And I guess also, like, a heart rate thing. So, yeah, that's going to be the plan, eventually. Once things open back up, I'll be putting in a request for this. See if we can get that added to this current model. It might take a while, though. It might take a while. I don't know when. What is it? I don't know when commissions are going to be opening back up. It's not super often, so I'll just have to jump on it. But I have the design done. That's the important part. One of the important parts, right? Like knowing what work to be done. Maybe I should zoom in on the expressions too from the new sheet. The middle one was kind of the oh shit, I lost. That was the I lost expression. That is the top one. What is it? How would that go? Okaeri nasai, koshin-sama? Like that? I feel like I need to practice that more. Okay. No, I need to practice it more. Yeah. I said the word. Okay, but yeah, so that's future plans. Future plans. And I'm going to be keeping one of the expressions up in the corner of the game too. It's kind of a little notice. I'll use so I wanted to actually I wonder if it's possible to mod that in. I do wonder. I'll have to look at that. Like, how easy is it to... I'm not going to, like, mod a new card in, but just that there's the character icon in Tanto, and it's kind of, how hard is it to mod a game? How hard is it to mod a single image? Longer and longer into the maid outfit, but it will be probably a little bit more comfortable than my current maid outfit, so I'm happy. It'll be fitted to my size. It'll be fitted to my size. I also like this outfit a lot because it shows off, like, figure a little bit, I think, more clearly than this current outfit does. Then we'll see if I get any upgrades from Mother. Okay. So, I do have... Tanto, let's see. Oh, I moved. Hold on. And I moved chat? I moved chat. I don't remember if I resized chat. I did not resize chat. Frick. Oh, they actually change the maids every now and then. You'll know if I've been on it long enough to notice. These important expressions. Yeah. The last one isn't quite flirting, though. I think it's just a more detailed... Like, should I really be wearing this? I actually have to take a break to change, not just on different... Yeah, actually, just thinking about... Okay. I guess the waist cincher isn't quite so bad to put on when I think about it, but it does... The lacing takes a bit of effort, you know? Especially because in this particular one, having to do the... Actually, yeah, it is going to be a little difficult. Normally, when you... There are a couple different ways of handling... Actually, I'm going to bring it back up real quick. I'm going to bring it back up. So, for this one. So, oftentimes for corsets, it would be a case of... Or waist cinchers. A lot of people leave the ties up front because that's the easiest way to get them really tight. But this one's a lot, like, looser. So it has a back panel. Otherwise, you'd be seeing, you know, the outfit underneath. And you can hide the, like, tied lace under that back panel, but you have to be... It's a little bit more annoying to do that than to have it show in the front, you know? It's a bit more annoying. But it looks good. It looks seamless. And I suppose no one can, like, oops, accidentally untie it. No slips. No slips. Okay. Right, I was going to modify something really quick. This might refresh chat. What? How big did I make it before? Height, probably like 175? With like 400? We'll try that. Okay. No, it was probably bigger than that. 500? 500's good, probably. That's the whole point. No, it's not! No, it's not the whole point. You know how precarious the top is? Actually, I guess it's not so bad now I think about it. A lot of maid outfits that I've seen, a lot of maid outfits that you'll see, this is more like a Ren Fair style top than it is a maid outfit, but that was sort of the point of this, right? It's a fusion of like the fantasy, fair goer outfit that you might see people in and a maid outfit, right? So maid outfits usually have more of a corset style, like with the German barmaid, that one, where they have the, I don't know what they call them. I don't know what the word is, like shoulder harness type thing. So it's a bit more like uplifting too, if you catch my drift, that style. And this one is just a waist cincher. There's no obvious band going up. And the fabric, that the yellow, the golden frills, that area is generally kind of, it's elastic to help keep it up. I think I have 2 or 3 tops like that, actually. I'm thinking about, okay, so I know I have one corset that's like the more barmaid style, I suppose. The other one, I'm trying to remember my more recent one. I don't remember if I went with that again or if I went with the waist cincher. I may have just gone with the waist cincher. But it's a little bit more precarious. It's a little bit more precarious. Looks pretty well made. Thanks. Oh, right, I should probably show who made it. She's the one who also made my original design. Her name is Chehime, and I don't know if she has a Twitter, because I don't know if she streams, but... Not Twitter, Twitch. I don't know if she has a Twitch, but I know she has a Twitter. Okay. Just kind of the first person I looked for was... What is the word? Suspended. Suspended. It's kind of that's not my designer. It's not my designer mother. And she also worked on Hazmat, I believe. Like, she's Hazmat's mom. Which is kind of... I guess when it comes to, like, yes, we're both kind of fantastical creatures. It's just quite the difference between black pudding, black slime, and the garden elf. Okay, there's one more thing I'm going to do, and that is... It's gonna change the music. Will this work? I'm probably gonna get hit for this. Okay. Okay. She has an X. Yeah, okay, she has an X. I don't... X. It's still a... Okay, let me check my... Oh, wait, I can't check that. It hasn't fully changed over. He hasn't fully changed over the branding, so it's okay to still call it a Twitter. And you still tweet. You still tweet. It still goes to twitter.com. There's just a logo that's an X right now. Oh shit, it actually is X Corp now. In the corner, 2023 X Corp. Well, if he wants to throw away the branding. Yes, you can find me on x.com. Oh, I'm gonna have to update those commands now too. So it's actually X. Oh. Oh no. It's not a big deal. It's just kind of a... More changes to make just for no actual real outcome. Yeah, and the logo too. I'm still getting used to the fact that I have to look for this big white X on a black background as... Wait a second. Okay, sorry. I'm looking at my tabs and I see home/Twitter, and then I see notifications/X as a different tab, and it's just kind of a wait a second. Oh god, it is happening. It is happening. What is this one? Okay, that one still says Twitter. What if I... God. All that marketing thrown away. I did play a little bit more, but actually I say that, what did I do? I I've cleared everything except for I haven't done the intermediate, and I haven't done these two because they're still locked, and it's probably because I don't have enough stars. And this one is still locked. Okay. It's kind of a, where do I put it? Where do I put it? Where do I put it? I'm going to put it in my corner next time, like where I have the character icon, but it's just that until then, right over here, happy flower time. So I can either work on this. I wonder like how much worse this one is. Also, I guess you can see that I kind of lazed out in a couple spots where it's like, I beat it. I didn't do any of the events. I didn't get any stars for it, but I beat it. Let's see. The other up. Oh, actually, I'm right over. Oh, because that's the, yeah. There's also expanding the house, which I could start. I haven't looked at that. Hit that. I don't have. Wait, hold on. This should work if I add. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? This should work. It's kind of a flashback to my PNG days, I think. Flashback to the PNG days. Okay. I think I'm going to start expanding the house. I think I'll start expanding the house. Expanding the house is the first expansion for Tanto. We'll need to expand the game. So we have new general maids. Aye! I actually don't remember how to play with the additional things. Are they memories? We're going to do the tutorial real quick. Learn with me, chat. I'm actually going to lower this. Actually, I should probably lower it on my end. Okay. A little lower. Welcome to Tanto Cuore. The goal of the game is to try and get the most victory points by employing maids and having them serve you. Let's look at the different cards. Love, yes, okay. This is all stuff I know. I might breeze through this. I kind of forgot about some of the maid art in here, but it's okay. It's okay. Right. Love is the currency in Tanto Cuore. The heart is on the top left corner of the cards in town. Show how much it costs to employ. 3 love may also be used to heal illnesses on your maid, but we're not playing with illnesses today, it looks like. It's kind of funny that they have this, except they don't actually show any of the hearts. Like, they've kind of cleared out the cards so that they only show how many are in town. General maids are played during the serving phase of your turn. They can provide love, extra servings, extra employment, extra draws, or have some other effect when played. Chambermaid chiefs cannot be played during the serving phase, but they are worth victory points. Wait, this feels a little strange because they're now talking about the chambermaids, and it's kind of the chambermaid chiefs, and it's kind of a we just passed that section. What's going on? Events are played on other players with maids in their private quarters. Bad habits are played directly to another player's private quarters, and illnesses are played on maids in private quarters. Yes, we know that one. The game ends and 2 stacks of maids in town are empty at the end of a turn. The private maid stack counts as a maid stack. That's it. You didn't explain the other cards. You didn't explain gardens, estates, and lily gardens. That was all I wanted you to do. But yeah, we have new art, essentially. Every one of the base games, I say base games, every one of the expansions is a standalone game. So we're not playing with anything from the first game. Entirely new sets of cards. But a lot of the functions are the same. Like the love is still the same. Private maids have different stuff going on. Felicity Horn, my god. Felicity. Aline looks like she's effectively the same as Colette. And Claudine looks like she is the same as Marianne. Actually, maybe not the same, because Marianne was worth 6 points. So the balance is a little different. Oh, if you have 4 more gardens in your private quarters, events may not be placed in your private quarters. Interesting. There's 8 of those, 8 estates. Actually, looking at, okay, yeah, 4, 5, 6. You cannot buy an estate unless you can place a maid chief from your hand under it. The maid chief is put beneath the estate and cannot be the target of an event card. The thing is that we're not playing with event, but I guess it is the very first set. This is the very first game that we're playing in this expansion. You cannot buy a lily garden unless the total number of gardens and chambermaid Ririco in your private quarters exceeds your number of lily gardens. Ririco? Ririco. Who the fuck is Ririco? Pauline, Victoria, Emily, Rutil. Ririco? Ririco? Seriously. A general maid? Yeah, but she's not, like, in the play, so it's just sort of a we can't use. I guess we can because it's gardens based. And it's just garden plus chambermaid Ririco, and we don't have any Ririco, so it's literally just we can only have as many we can only have as many lily gardens as we have gardens. That's it. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, actually, we always have to have, I guess... When we're buying, we can only play... I guess it's pretty much just like placing lily gardens in gardens, because the wording makes it read as... When we go to buy it, if we have, let's say, 4 gardens, and we already have 3 lily gardens, we can buy a 4th lily garden, but we cannot buy any more than that. So just kind of making sure. We have Pauline. She's just +1 serving. You may discard 2 identical cards from your hands. If you do, draw 3 cards. That's good. That's good. Oh, actually, I can do this now, and it's kind of a, okay, we're gonna do a little bit of editing, I guess? Actually, you can't see this necessarily if I just... Actually, I can switch to a different face. Let's swap to a different face real quick. Indecisive. You know what? Actually, we'll try again with this, but I'm just going to... No. Zoom. All I can think of is... No, Chip Kid rules. Just zoom in really fucking far. It'll make it look really cool. Just zoom in really close. Actually, what I should probably be doing is moving this and recropping it. I'm gonna recrop it to like this. It's kind of a, I want to, okay, maybe I shouldn't. It shouldn't do it that bad. I'll leave it like that. There we go. Sort of. It's so small. It's so small. Actually, you know what? I can do this instead. This is relatively square. I don't even need to crop it. You don't need to see what round it is. Who cares? Who cares? Okay. So extra serving for 2. And you can theoretically draw cards. Rutil Desar. Actually, I can also bring up the bar. It's kind of a, did Kaon come first or did the game come first? Because she looks very Kaon, like Mugi, right? It's Mugi? With the sweets too. But I guess it's just the blonde hair and the thick eyebrows, right? That cake looks good. Should have eaten. Kaon came first. Thinking about it. Let's see. When did Tanto Cuore came out? In Japan. Because I know I was exposed to Tanto Cuore before I was exposed to... No, I was exposed to Kaon before Tanto Cuore. But I didn't want 10th anniversary. Come on, Board Game Geek. Tell me. When did it come out? When was it first published? 2009? When did Kaon come out? Yeah, Kaon came first. Kaon came first. Oh, hi. Yeah? Did you want to come up? No? You look sleepy. Sorry, someone is at the door. Let's see. Someone's at the gate. Come here. No? You won't? You won't? Come on. Yeah. Oh, I got you. I got your number. Come here. Come here. You're not gonna stay, are you? Come on. She refuses. Okay. Rutil. She's just hanging about ominously in the background. Ah. There we go. And I guess the annoying thing is I can't even use the cat command because it's the wrong cat. It is the wrong cat. What? Okay, she's just kind of ominously in the background. Right where she shouldn't be. Right where she shouldn't be. Okay. Rutil Desar. Discard the top card of any player's deck. You gain the following bonus based on the card type. She's a ninja maid. Of course, you need a ninja maid. I guess, okay, I didn't really think about that. So it's kind of a... What? There's a tea maid, a ninja maid, a chambermaid, a black maid. Oh, because she's an assassin, I guess. Amaretto is a dressing maid. Eileen's a chambermaid chief. We have a destruction maid. Is she lifting a 1-ton hammer? It looks like that. Like, it says 1 T, so that's 1 ton. It's just kind of a... Architect maid. Yes, of course. You need an architect maid. An education maid. Twitch, don't bug me. A library maid. Man, that dress color is so strange. And a staff maid. It's kind of a staff maid? What does a staff maid do? I know, I think what, like buttling for butlers, that's about organizing the house, basically. Like they're the ones planning out things more, right? So I guess it's kind of a, is she a maid to the staff, essentially? Or is she more like a butler-ish type maid? Okay, Felicity. Twitch, don't bonk me. You may send a chambermaid chief to your private quarters from your hands for free. Shit, that's pretty good, actually. But the thing is, I guess it's more of a case of you have to build around that. You have to build around that. Yep. Chambermaid chief. So the Aline is the only one who can be chambermaided, right? Yeah. Then we have Domino Bonaparte. After her serving, you may spend 1 serving to send her to any player's private quarters as chambermaid. During your employ phase, get rid of this card for 2 servings. Chambermaid bonus Domino. Each Domino is worth -2 VP. This is a lot of serving play, it seems like. This is a lot of serving play. Amaretto Renard. During this turn, you treat the 2 love cards as cost 2 and the 3 love cards as cost 4. That's... Sorry, cost 2 and cost 4. I feel like I should have researched this because it's kind of I'm thinking of plans on how to play my hand, and these all seem very useful. These all seem very useful. Victoria Calderon. Victoria Calderon. Discard the top card of your deck and an opponent's deck. If your discarded card was of an employee cost of 2 or more than that opponent's, you may return one of their buildings to town. No wonder she's a destruction maid. 2 or more than that opponent's. This is gonna be a rough start. Just thinking, employee cost higher. So, with how, I guess she still has a worth anyway because of the +2 for love. It's more, if your opponent doesn't have any buildings, it's not super useful, right? Emily Raymond. +2 serving, +1 employee. During this turn, your cost for each building is reduced by 1 to a minimum of 1. Caroline Van Dor. She's just a draw 3? Just a draw 3? I guess there isn't actually all that much draw. Okay, I say that as if Pauline has a draw, but that's kind of... It hurts depending on what your build is like. Rutil is inconsistent. Felicity doesn't draw. Domino draws. Technically, Domino isn't negative unless she's chambermaided. So it's okay to have her in your deck. Have her in your deck for just draws. Actually, she'd be kind of useful just because you can, when she outlives her usefulness, you can get rid of her. You can get rid of her. But I guess that's a cruel thing to say about a maid, huh? That's a cruel thing to say. I don't know, just cheapens things. Okay. Like looking at the, it's basically 1 point for one more draw. One more love for one more draw. Francine Barbier. You may return to love cards from your hand to town in exchange for one maid chief of your choice. Ah. That's interesting. It's the same cost. It's the same cost. It requires you... It requires you to be upgrading. I could see some like really neat stuff going on here with with some of the previous cards, but it would also be, I mean, it would be very dangerous. Very dangerous. She was a library maid. And we have Tiffany Wise. You may exchange the top of your private maids for one of the private maids available in the town. The private maid you get rid of is put face down on the bottom of the private maid pile. That's really good. That's really good. Being able to cycle out your private maid like that, theoretically, if you got an early cheap one, being able to exchange it for a more expensive one. I don't think that it's something that would happen very often necessarily. And also she's worth points and she's +3 love. That's really good too. And gardens are just gardens. Okay. And for the private maids, the ones that we have out, we have Shion Suabaki. Draw 5. During your starting phase, you may discard your entire hand. If you do, gain +5 draw. So she's not actually starting with a +5 draw. It's a strangeness. Which, I want to say, it feels weird that they put that icon on her there, because it's not like you just get a +5 draw. For example, for Ratil, they didn't give her the symbols for her +2 love, +2 servings, +2 draw. I misinterpreted the rabbit there. Krista Antibes. Antibes? What kind of name is Antibes? Krista. At least Krista. I can see where that came from. Yeah, a lot of the names in here are very... Actually, I guess they got better in this game, roughly. The first game, they were a little strange. During your starting phase, you may discard one Maid Chief card from your hands. If you do, gain +2 draw. That's actually really good for late game, though. That's really good for late game, isn't it? Like, it's worthless in the beginning. Worthless. Why does she have to be out now? Why does she have to be out now? In any case, we have 5 love. Oh, we're still in the tutorial. Okay. Once you've played enough love, you may employ a maid from town. Thank you. Oh, I just realized, I'm wondering if they're actually setting us up for only like tutorial. A tutorial round. Like, is this going to lead me into an actual game? Whatever I'm picking out here. It's actually a pretty decent... It's actually really risky, huh? Like, right now it's fine because it's either +2 draw or +2 love. Once I start adding maids, and I'll be getting potential servings. I actually don't really have a huge plan for this, like, what to grab. Actually, it should probably be Felicity. So we can start shoving chambermaids away. Some maids can be sent to your private quarters or played normally. Maids with a number on the top right can be sent to private quarters with a proper amount of servings. Okay. So we only have 4. Cost 2. This is danger. You know what? I think that's what I should probably be doing. Yeah. We're gonna be building, I guess, a love. A love machine. We're gonna be building a love machine. Oh, I should probably get some maid icons to toss in there. I should get some maids. Okay, love. So theoretically, oh man, it's kind of a, I should do it, shouldn't I? I should do it. Felicity. Hold on. So we're gonna play her normally. And 4. The thing is, I guess I should probably pick up another one. And we'll see from there. I don't know how much I want to like dip into Amaretto. Play normally. Chambermaid. Play all love. Bad habits can be played on other players with maids in their private quarters. Try not to get too many bad habits yourself. They literally copy-pasted the regular tutorial for the game and put it on top of here. And so it's all about habits and illnesses and not about gardens and estates. They didn't make a separate tutorial for this. That's a little rough, but that's okay. That's okay. I guess if I really wanted to, I could run to the library and grab out the rules if I really want to. I actually might have the rules online too. A lot of the board game companies do that. Do we just keep buying that? Oh, I guess she has only 2. I'm gonna buy another Felicity. Okay. If your opponent has maids in their private quarters, play an illness on them to negate their special effects. Yes. Yes, that's exactly what we're going to do here. The thing is, we don't actually have any 2 love. Despair. Things are going well. Didn't know if you saw, I have something in the corner. Over the enter button. Because, actually, I didn't, let me, I can't remember if I did this right. Okay, I don't think I did. Wait, no, I didn't. Okay, I think this was it. Oh, it's huge, it's huge, it's huge. That's fine, right? I have a new outfit plans. I have a new outfit plan. That's gonna be the next thing on the list. Although, feet. I have shoes. I'm gonna have shoes. Boots. Boots. I probably shouldn't just call them shoes. Shoes has a certain feeling to it. Especially if I say maid outfit shoes versus like maid outfit boots. So today's, that's why it's Tanto today. Celebrating future maid outfit. Celebrating future plans. She's +3 love. This is gonna be I feel like this is going to end up in a much shorter game overall. Oh. Just kind of a, oh, right, I only get one serving. I need to diversify a little bit. Shit. Okay. I only have two, so I could theoretically play this and yeah. You can buy it, love. This might actually end up in buying more like lower cards, if that makes sense. How many more? I have no more. So Felicity has temporarily, she has no more use. I mean, aside from, I guess, her natural +1. Her natural +1. 4 servings. Oh, I still have it up. It's not like it's just the design. It's just the design. But I still have to get in line for, I still have to wait for commissions to open for my live to do artist before it becomes anything close to like solid. But this is going to be the next outfit plans. Let's see. It really has to be an Emily, huh? I wish that there was one out that had I wish that there was a private maid that had servings. Okay, thanks game. Playing maids that give you extra servings will let you play more maids in one turn. I have to wonder what the very first game is that does that. That has a character in that slot that gives extra. No, it probably wouldn't be. It would probably be someone in the top row. So I guess it has just an indicator that, ah, yes, you pick something that has servings. Here you go. Here's that warning. Not warning, but here's the thing about servings. Okay. 6 general maids, a private maid, 2 buildings. That's it. And win the game. It doesn't matter if you lose. Like, all that stuff goes away. Okay, so this is 3 love. 8 love. It almost feels too early to start doing this. Oh, except for the fact that we can do buildings. So we're gonna buy them and we're gonna start buying buildings so we can shove our maid chief in there. Yeah, okay, so it's gonna be the plan. It is a little annoying that I have to move like this in order to get the full look. But I suppose it won't matter because after a couple playthroughs, I'll hopefully remember that an estate is 2 VP each. Let's see. 2 love? We'll go for the 2 love. Four. Okay. I can purchase a garden at least. But I might as well purchase a love, right? It feels like employee is going to be a lot more important, honestly. Actually, let's see. She reduced by 1. So 3, 4, 5, 6. We can chambermaid her. We'll chambermaid her. Click on a player's name at the top to view their private quarters. Yep. Oh shit, I kind of missed the Courtney Jewel. I missed Courtney Jewel. During your starting phase, you gain +1 serving. At the end of the game, if you have orally in your private quarters, this maid is worth an additional 4 VP. Wait, does she have an orally too? No, she does not. So, a dancing maid. I wonder if she's a part of a team then because of this? +1 serving is pretty strong. So she's only worth VP. It's kind of a... I'll go for her because she's worth VP. I can get her covered up with something else later. Private maids have an ongoing effects during the game. Remember, you may only have one active private maid at a time. I know I wasted the bonus for... for buildings. I wasted the bonus for buildings. Okay, who is this? Mika Yakushiro. This maid may be placed in any private quarters. She's another black maid. During your starting phase, you must discard a 1 love from your hands. If you can't, reveal your hands and put Mika back at the bottom of the private maid pile. That's cruel. That's cruel. So she just cycles in and out then, I suppose? She cycles in and out. Yes, we have 5 love. We're going to grab her. I hate you, Courtney. I wish I'd seen it. I could pick up a garden. That might be... I don't think I want to see this. Wait a second. Fuck, I should have done it. I didn't realize. I didn't realize I actually got Mika dropped on me. Okay. Roanne. During your starting phase, you may discard 1 2-love card from your hands. If you do, gain 3 draw. The maid's pile can still be empty with her cycling through. No, please say it's not so. It's kind of a... Do I just dump into this for now? I feel like I do want draws, but I don't have enough stuff. There's still 2 private mates revealed. There. I feel like I'm still running out of servings a bit more, so... If I had the points, I would have gone for Francine, but I didn't. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna do that. We're gonna swap. Excellent. E. Valentine. During the starting phase, you gain +1 employ. It's not the worst. It's not great, though. But I guess it's better than discarding a 2 love for 3 draw. Like, I understand that I could be picking up better cards with that. Ooh. She's just worth points, though. I could get that for cheaper. She's not worth it. She's not worth it. She has 2 love. Okay. I thought I heard a noise. You may discard 1 2 love from your hand. If you do, should we? I feel like I should have taken a better look at my hand before this, because it's kind of, what if I just get all mates? I need to look at the I need to calculate. I'm doing all this math, and it's all gonna be shit. Okay. We don't have 2 love, so that's fine, I think. And she has the same effect no matter what. Okay. Six love. I feel like I'm not necessarily making my engine any better right now. I'm not making my engine necessarily any better. Surfings are good. It's simply... I need to have more love for it. And how much love do I have? I only have 2 plus love. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait. I just realized it's been looping the same song, hasn't it? Has it? Hold on. Has it been looping the same song? Fuck. I think it has been. Okay. It's supposed to be playing a playlist. Okay. There we go. I don't know how it got into that. It's like, it's not a playlist of one song. Actually, this is a song that I had for I have it labeled as Bubblegum Barbarian. Because it's my, like, head empty, Sweet Barbarian, like, playlist. For getting into character for that, for a D&D game I was a part of. I don't have enough love to really make this worthwhile exactly for the secondary effect, but she still has an effect, so that's good. And I don't have any draw to make it worthwhile. Yes, we're gonna do that. Yes, both incarnations. Both incarnations of her were. One was a drunk monk, and the other one was a barbarian, unarmed, sword sage gestalt character who also went into bear warrior. So she was very good at bear armed fighting in all senses of the word. Very, very effective. She was very good at bear hugs. That's what she focused into. I don't remember exactly the schools, but there are a couple different schools for that. And so focusing into the like grappling based stuff. Yeah, bare hands. Only for love. You need to have the Maid Chief in your hands. Interesting. SF's Marisa. So Street Fighter 6. Marisa Street Fighter 6. I don't know what she looks like. No. Was that her hair? No. She was a... That's her hair. It looks like a helmet. No, she was a sea elf in her first incarnation. She was a sea elf. And all I needed to do was, for games, you usually just need, headshot, right? So I just got a headshot of a sea elf, which is actually a little harder than you would think to find, like, accurate-ish character portraits. And the second one was I don't remember what the name was. Hold on. It was a very niche... It was a fairly niche sea... A fairly niche underwater breathing, but also air breathing. Not like a sea elf in 3.5. It was a 3.5 race that was human, but not exactly. If that makes sense. Human, but they can breathe underwater. it was kind of a sea elves have a lot of, well, 3.5 is a much more often willing to have things that would make it hard for player characters to exist in all sorts of settings, right? So sea elves, if they were out of water for too long, they would start suffering penalties. The particular race I chose did not have that issue. There was also another one that was an option, but I decided not to go for the orca-themed humans. It didn't quite fit the image I had. Let me see. Detail. What was she? A venti. She was an Aventi. Yeah. Yeah. I don't remember. Was it? It wasn't Stormwreck, was it? Stormwrecked? The D&D book that particular was from? Let me see. Aventi. Forgotten. They're all both in Forgotten Realms, I should say. Both those campaigns. So. And I want to say both of the DMs were like, you didn't have to make things like accurate to Forgotten Realms, but they would play into it. They would play into it. What is happening? I'm here. Okay. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to stretch and then be right back. I don't know what's happening. Why it's doing this. Maybe it froze. But thank you for the water too. Kind of a... There's no... I didn't lose connection? No. Why did it... Okay. Stretch. Okay. Thank you for the stretch. I'm actually going to be right back while I troubleshoot this issue. This is not as straightforward as I thought it was. Let me put up the pause because it doesn't... You can't see me anyway. Oh. Yeah, okay. Just had to do some restarting. And someone came back. Isn't that right? You're not gonna cry, are you? Hey. You're not gonna talk back? You're just gonna watch? You're just gonna watch? Yeah, okay. She's inching closer. She's inching closer. She is like here. Within... Oh. Are you gonna stay? No? No? Hi. Don't you want to stay here? What's with this? What's with this sad face? It's kind of... Does she just want more food? Does she not want... She's not as cuddly in a, I guess, traditional manner. She's much more, I guess, cat-like. She's much more of a cat. She wants to be near, but she doesn't necessarily want to be, like, wrapped up in me. Okay. Right, I had the question of what for love. Every time with Krista, I keep thinking it's not the rabbit's eyes. It's not the rabbit's eyes. Kind of a... It feels like I'm diluting if I start going into that right now, but I know I don't need any more amaretto. I don't feel like I have enough draw. So I guess she is actually probably the best case scenario right now for that. Some maids let you draw. Yeah, I guess it has been a while since I haven't picked up any cards that have directly allowed me to have extra draw. I should have looked at my hands a little bit more because I can't tell from here. I can't tell from here because her expression changes and it covers her head. It covers her head. I think that's the only change. I think the only change is her expression. I don't have any serving. There's a chance I'll get more serving though. There we go. It's not as much as I probably would have hoped for, but I guess it's fine actually. Because we might get more this way. I don't want to use that serving. I want to... I guess actually this wasn't the most effective choice. Because looking at it, it's kind of I received more cards that I can't necessarily use. So I can either have a 5 love and buy a love. Or I can have 6 love and that's it. And there's actually nothing that costs exactly 6 love. So I might as well go for this. She's only a draw. I also feel like I'm completely ignoring something else in the game, and that's the gardens. I should be gardening. I should be gardening. We're gonna do it. So servings first. We don't have any. This is very 2 love heavy. We don't really want to exchange, so that's fine. So we can afford a Claudine. I should be gardening. No. An employee wouldn't be the worst. Employee wouldn't be the worst. I think that would be a little helpful actually right now. So I can always, if I have a lot, I can diversify a bit more. Oh, she has lilies. Okay, Aurelie Lambert is a new one. During your starting phase, you gain +1 draw. At the end of the game, if you have Courtney in your private headquarters, this maid is worth an additional... Wait a second. Oh, we need to snap her up. Sorry, Courtney dances and Aurelie plays. She's a musician. Frick. Yeah, we have to stop that. I mean, I guess we don't have to, but, you know, it would be a good idea to do that. To split that. We're gonna do a little shuffle. We're gonna do a little shuffle. Small shuffle. We broke them up. Okay, 5. Estate. Easy. And there's no events to fuck with. I'm still not certain if I'm actually, like, doing any beating right now. I have a feeling that I'm not. Felicity. Okay, looking at what the stacks are like. Oh shit, there's only 2 more private maids! And the, okay, so it's just kind of a, ah, right, private maids count as a deck. No. Well, shall we? I think we shall. We're gonna send her away. Nine. For 2. For 2. How many? Okay. So we have 2 of those, so we need to get some more estates. We need to get some more estates. She left me. She left me. We're gonna privatize. There's nothing else. I guess we are making things cheaper. We can at least buy a garden. We can at least buy a garden. We can buy another estate. Just tucking them all away. We only have 1 more. Yeah, okay, I guess this is how you do it. This is how you build a fucking machine. Fuck. This is how you build a machine. Okay. No, we're not gonna use the ability. I can buy this? Oh, I guess I can because I have a garden. I can afford a Claudine. So it's kind of a, why not? Why not? I still have way too many. I have too many love cards. We're gonna buy this. I still have too many 1 love. It's just sort of, they're in the deck. There's no real way to get rid of them, is there? There's no way to trash them. Frick. My machine. Estate. She's not really doing anything like that, is she? She's going all in on Felicity. She's going all in on Felicity. Do I want to do this? Yes. We'll trade her in. Play this. No. We can afford another maid chief. My hand is gonna be all maid chiefs. Fuck. Oh, it's only gonna leave 1 though. That's fine, I think, for now. That's fine for now. That's fine for now. We're not gonna do that. Instead, we're gonna buy... Do we buy out the last one? It's kind of a case of, am I ahead of the game? Am I ahead of the game? I don't know if I am, honestly. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shit, that's 24 points in Felicity alone. 30. She has 30 points. I have, let's see. How many felicities? 2, so that's only 4, 5, 6, 7, 12. 12 points there, and then trying to remember how much. The 5. So there's 7 points a set. There's also the case of non-chambermaided cards worth points. So 21. 21 points worth of that. $34 points. So it's going to be really close. It's just a question of who has more. I actually have a shit ton of Claudines. It should be fine. It'll be fine. And all the hearts. It's an intro game. It'll be fine. Yeah, okay. What was I worried about? Card VP. Okay. Yeah, what was I worried about, I guess? So we're still in the tutorial? We're still in the tutorial? Have at least 3 Aline Duroys in your private quarters at the end of the game. Win by at least 5 VP. Employ 10 total cards. It is cute that we get to see like the full outfit separated in those cases. Oh, we have some new cards. We recognize these two. Ririko. Ririko looks familiar. It's by the Akasaka person, isn't it? Hold on. I think I looked this up before. Let me just double check. I can't read the kanji. The second kanji is God? Is it? Hold on. If I just look up Akasaka, that might be faster, honestly, since that's what I believe it is. If I remember what the full name is, because it was Akintiro no Somorosaka. And let's see. Who is this? Nope. Not that. Maybe it's just endemic of the particular times, like this look. There's a particular, like, big glassy-eyed look, you know? And the, like, I guess, weirdly thinning hair at the bottom. Like, lots of strands. But I swear she looks like an Akasaka character. And I guess the really thin... Okay. I'm just gonna look crazy unless I actually bring up what it looks like. Hold on. I guess it was only like the video game that had that sort of look. How many things have this? Okay, I found the cover of the TV series where they have this look. What do you mean HTML? This is an image. Let me grab the image. How? Image? Give image? No. I guess it won't. Ah, oh, there it is. Okay. Can I not grab it? I guess I can't grab it, actually. Frick. That sucks. That was like a perfect image to encapsulate why I thought it was the same artist. Without being, like, super crunchy. Oh, actually, this one works too, I guess? This one works too. Is this the appropriate file? Nope. Well, I'll swap it to the other one. Okay. Whoa, that's big. But you can... Oh, okay, maybe not like that. But you can see why, right? Like, looking at this style. It looks like it's similar, isn't it? It's similar. But is that just the... Is that just the aughts? Is it just the aughts leaking through? I feel like there's nothing that's a dead, like, earmark. Earmark is probably not the right word. There's no, like, dead giveaway. But I kind of forgot that Akasaka was actually a visual novel first. I thought it was a manga, so it's kind of a... it's Fang, so I guess I have to look for who did the character designs for that then. So they have the producer. Oh, they used 4 different artists. So if I look up, if I remember who is who. So if I look for Yuhi and Minato. Yuhi Minato. Subasu Izumi? No. Maybe not. Ryoka? No, it's not Ryoka either. Rip. I'll have to look this up later. It's gonna bother me. I should... It's kind of a... There's no way for me to really keep notes on this, is there? There's no way for me to keep notes. I guess the closest thing I could do would be writing myself a note in the box so next time I come across this, but that would require me to play non-digital copy, the, like, physical copy to realize it. Okay, we have Ririko. As long as Ririko is your chambermaid, you may treat Lily Gardens as if they cost 5. Huh. Pauline, we had. Grace Salisbury. Salisbury? You may place any maid costing 3 or less from the town in any player's discard pile. So you can fuck with other people's card decks. So she's kind of an offensive maid in a messed up way. She's a waitress maid. Is there anyone else new? Oh, Renee. Renee. If you have more than 6 cards in your hand, you must return a card from your hand to the top of your deck. When you play her, question mark? Is that when it comes into effect? It has to be when you play her. So she has to be near the end unless you're trying to save a card for later. This is an advanced maid. This is advanced maid. And she's a pet maid. Look. Just like me. And we're playing with bad habits and illnesses as well as others. It's just kind of how do you get rid of bad habits? How do you clear bad habits? This is going to be a race to get gardens, isn't it? Because then we can't play events. Otherwise, there's no way to get rid of bad habits as far as I'm aware. You can get rid of illnesses by discarding 3 loves. Thank you for the water. That's a deeper you don't. Yeah, right. Just suffer forever with the bad habits that your mates have picked up. They're never going to learn any better. There's no maid correction here. No maid correction. Okay. So, looking at it, she was playing a lot of Felicity Horns last time. But I want to start off with something else. We're gonna actually start with we're doing basically the reverse of what happened last time because it's 4-3 versus 3-4, I think. Yeah, probably, because there's 7. So it's a case of Amaretto to get cheap hearts or Emily to reduce building cost. We might want to do this. Hello, Q. Welcome. Eucalyptic. Eucalyptic. I hope you've been well. I don't know. Oh, actually. Earlier, I'm playing Maid Game. I should probably explain. Yes, it is. It is a... If you've played Dominion, this is Dominion, but with maids. And better iconography. Better iconography. And this is because... Ta-da! I have a new design that I'm going to be putting in for an alternate outfit. First alternate outfit. It's going to have this design. Yep. Boots, though. But, I mean, if you're going for fantasy maid, you need boots, right? You need boots or something. You can't go barefoot in the tavern. And... is this the right one? Yeah, and I've got a back design and, like, a couple headshots to go along with it. No. Off to the side. It's got little heels. Make sure the boots are steel-toed. In case I need to kick anyone? I've never actually worked with steel-toed boots. My normal Ren Fair boots are not steel-toed. They don't actually do that. I think that might actually be worse, honestly, because that might be worse. It's kind of a case of if you... The pressure that it might put might be difficult. Most of the people I've seen actually on horseback, they use a particular brand that is sold there that is a leather boot that has good grip. If I say the name, it might indicate which Ren Fair I go to. I know that they're a traveling group, but still. And they have I want to say they have a fairly distinctive design. I think I've shown them on the stream though before. I don't think that they come in steel-toed unless they do special orders, which is entirely possible considering they are like a Ren Fair bootmaker, you know. just Renfair things. I've never had new for steel toed. But yeah, I know horses can be maybe painful isn't the right word, but they can be really dangerous, can't they? Oh, actually, I can grab up a photo of something that looks similar to the boots that I have. Mine... And this is good enough. This is good enough. Here we go. They look... It feels weird to say they look a little bit more impressive in person when they're actually on you because they look a little, like, I guess short and stumpy otherwise. But when they're on you, they look longer. Let me grab it up. How big is this going to be? Okay, it's not actually that big. But yeah, they're side lace? Side lace. With lots of buttons. And that's what I see a lot of the riders wearing. Something kind of like that. A lot of workers wear them. And they come with different colors available too. They don't have to be black on black. And the buttons are interchangeable. Stylish. They are distinctive outside of the Ren Fair. They're distinctive outside of the Ren Fair. They get comments. They're not new, actually. I've had them for quite a while. They're leather, so they hold up pretty decently over the years. But yeah, they don't look quite so impressive in live TD because they're side boots. From the front, they're rather plain. But no, this is new shoes. New shoes. New boots. Lace up like this is pretty nice too. I've had boots like this. Although I want to say it can be hard to find knee-high boots that don't have like a huge heel. I found one pair. God, how old? Probably 2 decades ago, I found a pair of boots that were quite like this, where they had a small heel. And time was not forgiving. Not for gardening. No, this is not my gardening outfit. Oh, no. I would not go gardening in this. No, this is for indoor use, mostly. I wouldn't trust the wind. Yeah. It's hard to find boots quite like this. I miss mine. Breezy, yeah, breezy. Among other things. I don't think this is made necessarily for hard work. This is not made for hard labor, this outfit. But yeah, that's going to be on the docket for the future. Round 2. Okay. I think I was going to go Felicity Horn. But yeah, trying to figure out a distillation of like what does a maid need? And then like what about a fantasy maid? Looking at influences of maids in maids in fantasy stories are usually like way maid, right? Like there's very little, if you pull out their designs from the fantasy story, they still read as only maid, right? So I was trying to kind of bring it a little more into a fantasy outfit a little bit with that. But yeah, it was literally today I got the messages from my character designer, so it was kind of I want to share. This is what I was waiting on for like deciding on what game to play today. So we can chambermaid. 3 love. We could get a garden. We should get gardens before bad things get slapped on us. I like maids too. I mean, I like maids enough to dish out for a new outfit like this, so. Thinking is kind of, I don't have a huge amount of stuff that's that frilly, really, though. Like, I have more Renaissance fair outfits, but I guess the only one that's really... Oh, wait. Oh, actually, Thinking, oh, wait, no, there was that one apron. I do have one or two aprons lying around already. But they're more practical. They're more practical aprons. More practical costume aprons. That sounds really strange to say. We can buy a garden. I feel like I'm gonna do that. Kiss the chef level practical. More like historically accurate practical. Historically accurate. It was a period piece. Finding out like, this is what people wore like 150 years ago, huh? in this specific area. That's going to be really simple, but I guess it makes sense that it's going to be simple. Although, okay, so I guess upper echelons would have less simple versions, but I didn't really have that option. Lewd. Is it lewd to have a like floor length? Actually, yeah, I guess it is floor length black skirt and a white apron to go over it in your closet. I'm trying to remember what. Oh, okay. I think I remember what I wore for the top. Depends on the person. It's not like there's... Okay, you guys know what bum rolls are, right? I'm pretty certain that was what it was called. It's not like it was an outfit that went along with that. I'm trying to remember even what went under it for the piece, and it's kind of a... I don't know if there was anything under... In terms of, like, okay, fluffing up the skirt. That's what I mean by under it. Fluffing up the skirt. So... for certain periods of fashion... In order to like give a bit more poof for the dress, there would be basically like padding that would go around your hips, and it's called a bum roll. Let's see, I've got a photo up here. It sounds a bit more exciting than it actually is, I assure you. This is not... Thank you for the water. How big is this going to be? Okay, yes, this is a bum roll. Very exciting, right? So that's one way of kind of like poofing out the dress a bit to make the... Is stature the right word? No, figure. To make the figure more striking. But I think nowadays, if people want to make something look more flattering, they'll probably just wear... There's a particular type of petticoat, like tulle. Yeah, like a tulle petticoat or something like that. And there's a bunch of different styles for that too. Crinoline slips. Like that's a cheapish way to fake it nowadays. Butt pads. Yeah. There's some other designs in here I could have went with. There's another one which is a bit more obvious about the butt pad. Let's see. Depending on what exact timeline we're talking about here. I don't want a web pee. I don't want web pee. You can't make me web pee. Okay. Like here's another butt pad. This is another bum pad. There's also... Okay. God, there's so many... There's so much in fashion. It's kind of horrific a little bit when you look at it. Like, I don't know if you'd be able to wear this nowadays because of sheer heat. Here's another example of like underpinnings. Underpinnings. I have a friend who has a hoop skirt. It's really fucking funny when she has to go through certain doorways. Doorways are not your friend in a hoop skirt. 1700s? I'm not certain. Maybe? I have to be honest, I was not my knowledge of like period fashion is like extremely narrow. Or like very general. So it's kind of I know how to make something that looks vaguely, well, vaguely accurate for like a large time frame, but not something that would work for more specific time frames, except for like one or two specific cases. Being an architect was useful in fashion. An architect. An architect. Oh, to make sure that the doors are big enough for your hoop skirt. Although it might also be a case of what is the... Okay, so I don't really necessarily think that the maid of the house can be wearing a hoop skirt, right? But the lady of the house, what is she going to really leave the house? Does she have to leave certain areas? Although architecture rooms back then tended to be smaller in general, I think. In the sense of, why have a big drafty living room, dining room, kitchen area when you could have smaller separate rooms, and when you do heating and stuff, you're only heating like one smaller section than the other. So I guess actually there would be probably more doorways. There would be more doorways. Let's do some reading. It's kind of do we play her? We're gonna play her. I had to think for a minute, like, what do you mean being an architect? Let's see. A little puzzling. 3 love. Okay. Do I just really go all... I'll just go in on Felicity's for right now. It worked for the other one. When I only have 3 love. We can do this. We can do this. It's kind of useless, though, I suppose. We have 4 love, and it costs 3. We could be mean. We could be really mean. I'm gonna do it. Not being mean. I'm not being mean. I haven't done you. Yeah, it is. It's kind of cute, but also a little gross when they spit teeth on you, right? Unless you mean like she left her tooth, like she bit you, like a play bite. I've had my cat. Oh, yeah, I've had one of my cats, my boy cat, do that to me too. It was a very long time since I've had a kitten, so it was just sort of like, why the fuck? Why is there a tooth here? Why am I finding teeth? It's better than finding an adult tooth. Yeah. What, she was trying to chew? I hope she has plenty of like regular chew toys. I know that dogs, when they don't have access to chew toys, will chew. I guess even if they do have access to chew toys, they might just chew everything. I had a lot of time with a dog that chewed through a wooden barrier to keep her from chewing through wires, and then she chewed through the wires too. She chewed through a Scanner wire, actually. After that, she did not chew anymore, really, which was actually a problem. She would just lick instead. I guess the shock must have dissuaded her in the long term. 3. If I just get this last one, then I'm safe. I'm safe. Wait, actually, is there someone who can remove gardens? Trying to remember. I think I'm fine, though. I think I'm fine. I just realized that... Hold on. Okay. Just kind of a... Oh, there's only 4. Or there's only 8. The rope and bone. I mean, when you were younger, you probably tried to do something similar, right? When you have a loose tooth, it feels really weird and you just kind of like poke and prod it until you pull it out. Like after a certain point. I don't know why, I always kind of imagined... well, I guess it just felt like when you had a loose tooth like that, it felt like it was on strings attached to your mouth, right? So you just had to break the strings. I can chambermaid her. We'll do that. Only 3 love. I do actually now wonder, like, how are baby teeth connected to your gums like that in general? But at the same time, it's kind of a, do I really want to look that up? Do I really want to know? Maybe I'm better off not knowing. Maybe I'm better off not knowing. There's a lot of horrors when you think about teeth. 3 cards. Gardens. I can go into Lily Gardens. We'll try that. We'll try a Lily Garden or 2. I know that there's a limit on how many Lily Gardens we can have, but... Small chunk of your gums. Can gums kind of grow back? I kind of hope so. We haven't picked up any of these, have we? We'll do this. So we can get some more love. I guess we're not building a love machine this time. It's a gardening machine. We're building a gardening machine. We're not going to have that amount. If we do this, we'll have enough for a regular garden, but that's not really what we want. We'll play her regularly, and we will... There's no private maids? There's no private maids. Okay. 3 or less. I feel like I'm much more... I'm not building a very efficient machine. But again, this is the second time with this particular deck setup. Not super... I feel like I should be able to see better into how to build this into a deck. At least 5 Aline Dual Roys in your private quarters. Win by at least 5 VP. Ah. 2 more? We're not going to do that quite yet. We're just going to use her for love. 5. So we have options for Francine. But we don't have... We also have the option for this. Additional serving. We could also do Lily Gardens, actually. We could do Lily Gardens. But that's just points. That's just points. It's only points. I'm really missing the whole amaretto thing, but I only have 1 amaretto, and I feel like 2 more amarettos was too much. Was it too much? We're gonna do this for now, and then we're gonna pick up another amaretto. I kind of wish when I was younger that someone had told me about wisdom teeth. That was very much a shocker. Like, what do you mean that there's some more teeth that are going to come in? I thought that stage was done. I thought that stage was done. So if I do this, like Garden says, if I can't, no, I won't be able to afford it. But if we do this, we can at least buy this. It's a shame that we can't do anything else. Just one more love. I was actually really unfortunate with my... We can take a chance. We're gonna take a chance. Okay, we got one more love. It's the same effect as... Actually, shit, I guess it's not really the same effect. Do they have any gardens? Nope. We're gonna find another amaretto. That's the end of the amarettos. We only have 2, right? We only have 2. I had to get some teeth removed. And... do we want to play her normally? I feel like we should play her normally, even though... Okay, 6 or 5. We can get this. It's not the worst. Renee's good, though. But employ it all the time. I'll pick it up. I was with my family at the time when I had my wisdom teeth removed. And my mother has some kind of strange... maybe it's not strange. She has some exaggerated fears. Now I think back on it, it's kind of... I wonder where some of mine came from. But she was very much afraid of me getting addicted to the painkillers that they gave me after getting my teeth removed. So she tried to ration them. Or basically say, like, ibuprofen is enough. Ibuprofen was not enough. She eventually did relent and gave me what she thought were painkillers, except she mixed up the medications and she gave me instead her antibiotics. So she says. I think she really was just that ditzy about it, but still, it was kind of, now I'm in pain, and on top of that, I ended up with an infection from it. That was not fun. But at least in the end, nothing bad came from it, aside from just some temporary discomfort that has gone away. Take your painkillers. Take your painkillers if they're assigned to you. And you're in pain. Although I guess I can see why people... It's not like I can't understand why people get addicted. No, she denied me painkillers an accent when she originally... Well, after she finally relented after like a day or 2 of being off the painkillers, she accidentally gave me her antibiotics instead. She mixed up the pills. So I was in pain because I didn't have painkillers. And I took whatever antibiotics I got ended up giving me an infection. On top of that. So just kind of a... Let's see. I don't think you're usually supposed to take antibiotics when you get, like, your teeth removed. What are we gonna do? For love. Buildings are a little cheaper. We could start doing a real offensive. Actually, how many of those do we have? We have just the one, huh? I think it's a good idea to have a little bit more. It was, oh man, that was ages and ages and ages ago though. Let's see. So we get 2. So we get 1. Let's see. We're not going to use that yet. We can either get a 1 love or we can 3. We can buy more other stuff. We'll do this so we can buy some more 2 love. I think I've only been on heavy painkillers like one other time, and that was morphine. That was definitely needed though. That was controlled. Drink or water? Drink. I'm gonna actually get some. I'm gonna drink some water right now. Hold on. Thinking about that memory of needing it is kind of like, yep, water. Hydrate with water. Do we chance it? We got 2 love out of that. Beautiful. I swear she looks like the other one. Okay, not that. She looks like the Akane Iro character. It's just I guess she has actually. I'm looking and it looks similar, but it's not the same, right? Like this artist. It's not the same illustrator, too. It's not the same illustrator. It's also possible that they may have changed names between them, but I kind of doubt it. It's a different illustrator, right? Yeah. Student council's discretion? That too, yeah. Yeah. That is the one with the main character who is a boy, right? But is disguising themselves as a girl? Or is that student council president, something or other? Am I thinking of... Not like my wife is a student council president. There's a different one. What was it? Okay. Never mind. Himegoto? No. Not Himegoto. No. Something else. Actually, wait. Yeah. Okay, it is student council's discretion. But more so, I was thinking, is there something else? Is there something else that... I think I have a particular CD from this, and I'm not 100% certain because it wasn't a show that I watched. But it has a very distinctive CD for, I guess, a drama. And it had basically fried tempura on the cover. Like it was the texture of fried tempura for the image on the CD. And I feel like I'm never going to find out what that was. I'm never going to find who's going to take a photo of the particular CD for what was probably an insert in some sort of like Comp Ace or something like that magazine, because that's probably how I got it. I used to buy monthly manga magazines back in the day, before they were no longer allowed to sell them because, well, before they were no longer allowed to sell the comics magazines with toys in them. And toys has a very broad definition. That's something else? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. They used to be able to get magazines with pillow covers and fans and what else do I have in my pile? A lot of folders, lots of folders, like the clear files. I have scarves and clocks. It's kind of crazy. Like, just how much random stuff they would pile in to get you to buy the magazine along with the comics. Like, I have a Nichijou, the black cat. I have a clock that's shaped like him. It also has an insert, actually, so you can put a photo in it, which is kind of strange. Also have a Nichijou muffler, a bunch of Ava stuff. I think I don't know if I still have the Ava Ray pillowcase. But I guess I do love merch tie-ins. I love merch tie-ins. But yeah, no longer. They are separated. I have to wonder where all that stuff goes, actually. So since a lot of them, the stores will still carry the magazines, but they no longer have the stuff attached to them. Where does that go? For love. I could just buy a love. We'll do a draw. Thank you for the water. I only now just realized that the color of the mat changes depending on who is... whose turn it is. Like, wait, why did it turn blue? Why did it turn yellow? Gee, I wonder why. Okay. This is all we can afford still? How much longer do we have? I haven't been able to afford, like, anything. All because I went in on gardens early to protect myself. Employee's not great. Actually, hold on. So, no one else has bought into any maids, like private maids. We could buy a lily garden. We could buy some lily gardens. I guess because the price of the building is so cheap, but that's 4 victory points. But I need love. What victory points? That's where we were saving money. It was on sale. It was on sale. Don't worry about it. It was on sale. Fuck. Okay, that was no good. That was no good. I still got a foil from it, though. That's kind of unexpected. Okay. Oh my god, I hate the foils. We'll try that again. I guess next time I will focus less on the gardens in the beginning. We'll focus more on love again. Also, we have a different starting set. Let's see, we have Silk Amanohara. 3 more buildings in your private quarters, you may draw a card versus a plus straw. I want to work towards the plus straw instead. So with the 4, we're going to... Do we just buy love? Do we buy amaretto? We should probably buy amaretto. Two love. Oh, this is skint. This is skint. You know what? We're gonna buy a couple more Felicities. Oh shit, she bought her. Fuck. Already? 3. Where's this 4? So no matter what, we're gonna end up with the same concept, basically. And then we can do that. And Shion is back out. Felicity. I know I need to get another... I need to get an Emily. I don't have any Emily, do I? No, I don't. We're just buying into love. Heavily buying into love. I don't have to. I don't have to. It's just so much cheaper. It's on sale. It's on sale. Chambermaid. Let's see. I'll buy an Emily. I don't know if the garden was worth it. I guess that was a trap. Something I had to learn. Felicity, play. Do this. 5 love. We could buy... We should do that. Some days are harder than others. You wish you were a house husband for a year or two? Are you ready to put on the maid dress as a house husband? Are you ready? Keep the house spick and span. Cook all the meals. Do all the gardening. If you have a garden. Manage other household tasks. I hate cooking. I hate cooking. Gardening, you can probably learn. And there are free classes that you can take that you would especially have time for as house husbands. But it can also be a bit worrisome to be a house husband, I would think. I would imagine. Not necessarily because of the like gender aspect of it more so, but just everything banking on one source of money. Unless, of course, you have... Like, if you're a house husband because you retired early, fire, whatever, or, you know, riding on stocks or something, power to you, power to you. But then in that case, you're not exactly a house husband, I guess, and more of a... I guess you're still a house husband. It's just... You might just say you retired early, or what would you call someone who doesn't really have a job because they're super rich anyway? Like, is there a word for that? A socialite, I suppose? Like that? Is that how you describe them? Just stock portfolio? An aristocrat? Yeah, except I guess saying aristocrat implies that there's some sort of like heritage to it, and you don't have to be like that in order to... You don't need like a title in order to be so rich. I guess you don't need to work another day in your life. Unless it's a case of you want to have a title. Just go... I want to say gold digging, except they probably don't have money necessarily, especially nowadays. Just go... title digging, I guess. Go title digging. Isn't there like a German duchess or something like that who is known for like you give her money and she'll give you a title or something? Or was she only doing that for like basically husbands, I think? Yeah. Maybe it's been outlawed by now because it's a strange thing, right? Do you like super hags? Do you like super hags? She might also be a corpse at this stage, to be honest. I swear there's a German how to buy a title. Okay, not how to buy a title. Okay, I don't want that kind of title. Do you want to be a lord? Let's see. I want to be So you can buy a souvenir plot of Scottish land to call yourself a lord or lady, except it's kind of not real. It's not even close to real. I swear that there was someone else who was I swear that there was a person who was doing it. Okay, so there's the whole layered thing. Oh, maybe she was adopting people? Maybe she was adopting people. You can just call them retired. I'm not entirely certain. I haven't found it, but it's kind of a... I really thought that there was someone who was known for doing it. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe I should say noble title instead. That might be better. Nope, that's not it either. I really thought that this was something that happened within the past, like, 200-300 years. I thought I had heard about it. Oh no, oh no. No. Not all elves have fancy titles like that. Actually, this is a little bit of a weird, funny story, I suppose, but apparently my grandfather was disowned by his family for marrying his wife. Because I guess they didn't approve of her because she was of a better social standing than he was. He was the one who was disowned. Like, what? What? I unfortunately never met him. He died before I was born, but it's just sort of a, Is that the reason why we're no longer in contact with that side of the family? Hopefully by now they would have forgotten about it, but I'm not certain. That side of the family has a lot of heartbreak in general. Not even like, it's not like there were divorces or anything like that. Not that they were, divorces were difficult to acquire, I think. But that particular set of grandparents did have a almost, I don't want to say a stupid amount of children, but like elves don't usually have a huge amount of children, but at least 7. So they were probably happy. They were probably happy. At least 7. Yeah. I did at least get to meet all of those. Yeah. Well, I mean, when you live so long, I guess. But you have the potential opportunity to you have the option to have a lot of kids if things go right. She was unfortunately she was a bit sickly. I actually don't really know what she looks like. I never got to meet her because she died when my mother was very young. Thinking about it and thinking about when she died, I don't actually know how many photos of her exist. It's never really been something I've considered. I guess it's a little strange to me, the concept that people still have grandparents kicking around, because mine... like, I'm the youngest. I'm the youngest of my family, for my generation, pretty much. And because of the age ranges, there's some really big gaps in there. I could ask her. I'm sure she would. If there are any, she would probably have some. I don't think that he had a family business because what he worked in was, I don't think it's possible for it to have been a family business. I don't think. Although now I think, actually, yeah, there's no way that could have been a family business. I was thinking, oh, but what about my uncle? My oldest uncle, actually, this is going to sound really kind of terrible. It's really stereotypical for certain kinds of elves. He was a shoemaker. He was a cobbler. I swear he's a garden elf, though. But when you think of, like, a cobbler elf, if you think of a shoemaker elf, it doesn't bring up the image of a garden elf, right? And if you think of a cobbler elf, that's even worse because you probably think of Keebler elves, and it's... Although... that side of the family is actually really short, so maybe it's not as garden elf as I thought. They're actually like really short. Okay, I shouldn't say they're like really, really short, but they're shorter than your average elf. Like, I'm actually taller, I think, than almost everyone on that side of the family, now that I think about it. Like, how much of that is elf? And how much of that is perhaps outside influences from other things. Wooden clogs? No! No, he didn't. I'm not that tall. I'm really not that tall. I'm only like 5. It's even worse because I'm not actually that tall. I'm pretty average. I'm about almost 5'5". So thinking about the height of them. And my mother... I think she's 5'1", and she's not exactly the tallest, but she's not exactly the shortest too. And even my uncles on that side are shorter than me, I'm pretty certain. Largest gap from my closest sibling. My brother is my brother is more than 7 years older than me. I'll tell you that. He's more than 7 years older than me, and he's the closest sibling to me. My dad's not that tall. I mean, he's taller than me, but I don't have a very good sense of height above, like, wow, you're taller than me. And then there's like, whoa, you're really tall. I don't... So he's still in the range of like, wow, you're taller than me. He's not like really, really tall. I guess a cutoff for like really noticing someone's height is like 6'3" or 6'4", I guess, based on like previous interactions with people. Yeah, I guess around 5 foot. That would make sense. Four. I should be thinking. I mean, I don't have to be thinking about that. Do I really not have a private maid? I don't have a private maid. Oh, because she took the dancer. Fuck. She took the dancer. I'm not gonna have that many buildings. I probably should not have done that. It's probably okay. For now. For now. I'm the shortest of my sibling set too. So, I could pick this up, but at least I'm still taller than my mother. I'm taller than my mother. No, they weren't. I don't think so. I don't. Thank you for the follow. I didn't get to meet them, but I can't imagine them being that much taller than my grandparents, I guess. Or not my grandparents, the children, their children, my aunts and uncles. I guess it's possible, but it's kind of weird, right? Unless there was actually thinking about timelines, maybe it is actually possible that they were taller, but I kind of doubt it. I'll have to ask. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to guess not. There is actually one thing that my parents brought from the old country, and it is a chair. Chair that my grandfather built for my mother, I guess? Or maybe just a chair he built in general. I just remember looking at it and thinking, this is tiny. This is tiny. I really thought it was like a children's chair. Now I'm still not sure if it's a children's chair or just a chair meant for like that's the family in general. It's a bit expensive, you know, to get furniture brought over some places, especially that particular one. Tower. I don't actually see them very often because almost all of them live in the old country. So last time I think I've seen a bunch of them. A huge amount would probably have been, maybe even not a huge amount, like maybe like a quarter to a half of them I saw like 8 or 9 years ago. And before that, probably maybe like 15, 16 years ago. Probably since I've seen like almost all of that side together. It's been quite a while. We need some draw. We need some draw. If we can also, actually we don't have that. Do I have any? No, I don't have any of that. We're just gonna draw. I'll go mates. Learning. I'm playing a entirely new set of cards. Okay, the only repeats are there's love, and then there's bad habits and illnesses. And we don't have a white maid to clear the illnesses, so GG, have fun trying to clear bad shit. Have fun trying to clear bad shit. Learning's good. Learning is good. It keeps the mind sharp through the ages. Emily, we're gonna get some Emilys. I want to say my father's side is quite taller. Not that grandma, different side. So like that, my mother's side, I suppose. I don't have contact with my grandmother's side. The other ones, I think I do have more contact with them, but we're not very close knit, honestly. We're not very close knit. Yeah, I'm not quite tearing my hair out at what's going on here. It's a little strange to play, I guess. We can afford a garden. We can afford a garden. Let's just get a garden. They are not actual nobles. They're not actual nobles. Actually, I do know that I had a family member, like a distant cousin of some sort, who was doing a family tree. I never really looked too deeply into that, partly because records after going back a certain amount of time get really difficult, right? And a lot of the places that do those sorts of records are difficult to deal with because, oh, you're in America? Excellent, here's a whole bunch of records that are for free, or like with this level of detail. You're from another country? Fuck you, get out. Fuck you, get out. So that was usually pretty much a dead end unless you wanted to pay up a lot. Although my family did get, there's those sites that you send in your DNA and they'll do testing to see what, like where where your family is from, like generally. I remember seeing, now I think about it, with the whole elves thing, we're just garden elves pretty much, like very close to, again, I want to say earmark. Earmark is not the right word. We're very close to like standard garden elves. Nothing super special there. Like, I think the results were 95% plus garden elf, which is just kind of yeah, what were we expecting? What were we expecting, really? Not especially, no. I mean, if you're from the old country, they don't really distinguish much further. Unless you're, like, more recent, I think. Like, if you move over there more recently, you're not going to show up as garden elf because you're not, but... Elves are cool, but we're also kind of bullshit, too. We're kind of bullshit. But that's okay. That's okay. I have so many servings. I only have one. Only have one. I can send an illness. I can send an illness. I could buy some love. I'll buy some love. Yeah. I do have some... Because there's such a wide gap, I do have some younger relatives who are more close by, who I see more frequently. One's half-elf. So that's been kind of fun, like learning more about that. We can chambermaid! Or we could do this, but we could chambermaid. Actually, you know what? Shit, we can do both. Duh, we can do both. I almost fell for it. I almost made the really dumb decision. Okay. We can Lily Garden, but do we want to? How much True Love do we have? We have 3 True Love. If I'm really not very well put together with this. How many of those do we have? We have 1. I think we're going to pick up another one, but I don't know how often she's going to get use out. I wonder, I don't know if my family felt like that. I know my brother, I think, had some trouble with it because he was no longer the youngest. But then again, with such a big age gap, it was, I guess, like, not... It's not like it was toddler tantrums or anything like that. He was way too old for that. Just, sometimes there's some, like, subliminal favoritism to the youngest, right? And no. Oh, no. What happened instead was that my oldest sister basically treated me like not like her child exactly. It's not like a... Now I think about it, there's no way that it could be a Jack Nicholson kind of thing, right? Probably not. Because I distinctly remember seeing photos of my sister holding me. And I guess at that time, people were asking if it was her kid, if I was her daughter. It was just kind of a... That would have been kind of young to have a child, but it's not that, right? It's not that. I think at this stage, I'm 335. They would have broken it to me if that was what happened, right? Both my parents got DNA tested. It's kind of I don't need to get DNA tested because the answers are right up there, higher up on the tree. And thinking about, like, what if I did do the test and it didn't come back as expected, since both my parents are tested? I'll just leave it be. I'll leave it be. There's no way. No, I don't think that's... It's possible. I don't think so, though. I don't think so. There's no way they could have all shut up about it. And also, like, neighbors and stuff. No way all of them could have kept it for this long. So we only have 3 left. We could afford another 2. We're just going to buy out the 2 left. You would do a DNA test? We're gonna grab a maid chief. Woohoo! Something best left in the dark. I really don't think that they would have been able to keep this secret that long. My mother, like, I'm not very good at keeping secrets. My mother is even worse. My mother is even worse. There's no way. There's no way. Only 3 love. We could get offensive, or we could just get Felicity. How many Felicities do we have? 3? My mother. Oh no, oh no. Oh, unless you're being sarcastic. If you're being sarcastic, she's not like... she's not... There have been way, way worse moms, you know? There's a lot of variation. She's well-intentioned. She's well-intentioned. And she's very good with, like, young children. She's very good with that. It's just that, I guess after a certain age, that, like, parental protectiveness didn't really leave. Or maybe it was more so because she professionally took care of a lot of children. And maybe that kind of colored her perception of me. But joke's on her. Joke's on her a little bit. Because of that. Because of that, I am the way that I am. I feel like she's not actually that good. But there's extra serving. Youngest sisters are often so wise. I actually don't think I haven't, because of the huge age gaps, I haven't really asked my siblings for much advice. Or my family. Not a huge amount, anyway. Although I did ask my father for help when I was buying my house. Like, his advice. And I went against his advice. He said, don't buy it. I bought it anyway. Joke's on me. Joke's on me. I probably shouldn't have bought it. I should not have bought it. He was right. Although maybe time will tell. Maybe he was wrong, like, in the very, very long term. Because, how to put this? Especially in the US, there's the whole concept of, well, taking care of your parents a little bit, right? And my house has the space to take care of, basically, I have the potential to be a very good, maybe landlord isn't the right term, but I have more than enough space for one set of grandparents to theoretically move in. Or just being very good visitor space if my parents really like going off, like, jet setting a little bit now in their old age. They like exploring, but if they want to not have a one solid place to call home, I have the space to support that essentially for them. So it's kind of a if they do end up relying on it, I think it will be, I don't want to say it's worth it exactly, because it's not like I want them to move in, but it does have the space. It does have the space. Caretaker, sort of. I don't really want to exactly do that, but if it would end up happening, then it would be a lot easier than it could be if they're basically right next door. Do we just go for 3 draw, or do we buy another 2 love? There's nothing in my deck, so basically what is available? We'll try our luck. Fuck. That did not pan out. I guess it's the same effect, really. It was the same effect. There is, I guess, one problem, though, thinking about if I have visitors. Right now, the visitor suite, I shall call it, is occupied. So they have to get along with the current resident in order to stay. Yes. So I've talked about I have cats, and there's a cat currently staying in the visitor suite. There's a cat staying. Yeah. Do we want to do this? No, not yet. Although there is a maid deck gone. How many more? 4. We need love. There's no real love to go around. Felicity. Okay, we're gonna do this. That was kind of a waste. Shit. One of my cats doesn't get along with the others, so she's currently in the visitor suite. Like, they really don't get along. I might be able to work through it in the future, but I want to say 2 of my cats are very anxious. Two of my cats are very anxious. And I guess that doesn't really mix between the two of them. So she counts as a maid chief? She counts as a maid chief. We could do that then. I'll buy that. Actually, just double checking. Yeah, we're gonna buy an estate. Look. Jail has its own kitchen and like full bathroom and a living room and a bedroom. It's not jail. It's a suite. It's a suite. That's the entire apartment. That's an entire apartment. The only thing it doesn't have is her favorite person, which is me, which is a shame, but what can you do? It's big. It's big. Fuck. I have to figure... I hit the same sort of road bump in the previous game, actually, where it was like the second or third spot. I could not win for a while, and I left the game for like a couple months, and then I was able to, I guess, like see with fresh eyes and like see through the game, see the heart of the maids, and figure it out. A hard achievement to get. Buy a big house, you mean? But yeah, see the Matrix. Yeah. So I think I'm just gonna have to grind. Not grind. I don't have to grind it, but I just have to like take a deeper look off stream to see what I should be doing before I come back and play again. Maid aesthetic, that's so cool. Okay, what is it about maid aesthetic that's so cool? One thing, like looking at maid outfits in general, it's usually a two-color thing, and one color is always white. White and black. Oh, actually, I didn't want to do that. Frick. It's the white and black aesthetic. It makes it really easy to pair with any third color. You could also make it not black, you can make it another color, but you've always got the white to go along with it. Because of the frills and stuff, it's really easy to add in basically like dividing lines, I guess. And accents. You always have the head, okay, I was gonna say you always have the headdress, and then here's Shion, who doesn't have a fucking headdress. But I guess the witch hat kind of overwrites it. If only they gave her like something under there. She has a bonnet. That's acceptable, I think. But everyone else has some sort of white headpiece, right? That helps break up the hairline, I guess. And then you have the option, do you want long skirt, short skirt? Then isn't there a chart actually about like different maids, how you could have like a tactical maid outfit, and then there's like Chinese style maid outfit, Victorian, do you want tea, like high tea, functional maid outfit, do you want French maid outfit, all sorts of things. But yeah, the only thing that, okay, right, wait, there was maid, this maid. So really, bikini maid was another one, right? Like swimsuit maid. And all you really need is you need headpiece. And then you need like frilly apron. But I guess she doesn't even have the frilly apron. She just has the headbands and a bunch of frills. But mostly black and white. And then I guess blonde, like gold accent, that's easy. And blue. Not a horrifically complicated scheme. Yeah, looking at a lot of VTuber designs too. A case of black and white are free colors in design, right? Otherwise, you should usually only stick to like two colors. Most ones stick to only like having two main colors, and then they have black and white. Black and or white. Some people eschew that. Some people eschew that. But it does get more difficult when you add in more maids and you... Not maids. Not maids, colors. It gets more difficult when you add in more colors. And then they have the foil effect. I'm just gonna actually turn the foil effect off. It's so distracting to me. It looks really pretty in person. In game, it looks... Don't bonk me, Twitch, please. I didn't realize that maid was even in this game. Like, I don't think that she's in this video. We don't want foil effects. I really didn't see that maid. Hold on. Like, is she considered a private maid? No. Is she a private maid? Maid chief, building. No, is she a general maid? Seriously, where is she? Unless she's considered a private maid out of the promo pack? No, we already checked that. What the frick? She's not maid chief, she's not in this game. Where is she from? Which set? I swear I don't see anything that looks like her. You saw her too, right? Okay, really quick then. I wonder if there's a site I can go to that just shows me all the maids. Tanto Cuore wiki? Is there a wiki? There's a wiki. Of course there's a wiki. And there's just BGG. And then I realized, wait, I can go to my deck downstairs. I can go to my deck, a very hot one. Yeah, she was very terms of service. She was actually kind of terms of service. So I'm not going to show her again. Also, I guess I can't really show her again because I don't know who it is. There was just the art. But she was not any of these. Again, not promo. More than one. Yeah, no, because she actually... I know that they do have some... Oh, is it 10th anniversary? It might be a 10th anniversary maid, looking at it. Because they showed another maid that was from that same... Okay, she's Catherine Leger. Catherine Leger, Tanto Cuore. I can't show her art because... Terms of service. Oh, actually... Where's she from? No, you mentioned her on this page, but she's not on here. I said Catherine, right? Catherine. I'm going to put her name in here. Can I just get a photo of the 10th anniversary? Actually, isn't it a Kickstarter? 10th anniversary. Tanto. Kickstarter? Kickstarter. Yeah, it was a Kickstarter. Okay. I can pop this in then. And they'll have art. So her name is that. And I'll grab up really quick the website for the Kickstarter so we can take a quick look. When was this? Did I? It's kind of a, I must have put in for this. I think I did. Hold on. Let me take a look. Let's see. Did I get card sleeves? Where is the appropriate thing for this? Oh, I'm going to close this one. Okay. Let's just double check. Excellent. I don't know how big this... Okay, it's not actually that big. So this is the Tanto Cuore Kickstarter. Also, I can just crop it, I guess. To get rid of the sides. We can zoom in. So for the Kickstarter. What do they have? What do they have? I think I backed this simply because I remember this particular card. Like the Christmas party event. And it's kind of a... Wait, was this part of Winter Romance or was this something else? Foil box. That's great. The promo cards. I believe I do have this because I have these promo cards. In fact, we actually have them like right in the game. They're like right over here. If I just switch back, it's the General Maids. I've got it. Okay, so I did back. Man, sometimes you get kind of like you back so many things you kind of forget about it a little bit. Does that happen? And it's a bit of a this fulfilled, right? This fulfilled, or you just kind of not realizing until something shows up in your doorstep that, oh, right, I backed this thing like 5 years ago, and here it is, right here. I think there's only one or two things where I'm kind of like counting down the days, and that's the table. The table that probably should have been here by now, but they're very, very, very slow. Like the board game table, they were supposed to... They're sending out tables now. They're supposed to have updates on a site to show like, oh, this is what's shipping right now. I don't think that anything has moved in at least a week. Nothing has moved in at least a week. Which, like, maybe they're just doing stuff in the back end. It's kind of a, let me know. If I get this package on my doorstep, I can't do this alone. I need to tell other people to come over on this day to even help me move this thing into the house. I might even need to call even more people than that, really. It might be more than like a 2-person job. And then putting it together too. It sounded like a good idea when it was backed, like 2 years ago. 2 years ago? Actually, no. Well, maybe was it 2 years ago? Was it a year ago? It feels like, oh, it can't possibly have just been 1 year ago, but I feel like it may have been. So, what was actually... So was this really just the Tanto? Was this really just the Tanto? One thing I would... Okay. Yeah, I must have backed this. The Canadian Maid? Yeah. Canadian Maid. Yeah, International. I distinctly remember backing that one. Rewards, Chambermaid, Digital Maid, Digital Legacy. Yeah, I don't think I backed for a bunch of the playmats because I already have certain sets of playmats. Like they have, cool, they have a Talon playmat. I don't really know if I need that. Unless I already have it. I might have a regular, actually. I think I have a regular Talon setup playmat and not the like super fancy one that includes everything. Oh yeah. So I can flip over to the International in a bit. Oh, should be pretty simple. Regular playmats, card sleeves. Every time going for this game, I have to buy more and more card sleeves. I think I have everything in the left set, actually. I did not go for the pins. I have the art book for Ariete. I have all the foils that I think are out. I have, not this big box, but a different big box. More foil packs. The Oktoberfest, I think I have all of these as well. Yep. Maids. Oh, and I have Arisa. I think I have actually a couple copies of Arisa. Okay, what does Japan May have for their Kickstarter? They have 28. I missed this. Hold on. Did I miss a Kickstarter? Okay. Okay, I can still back this. Fuck. Look at how cute this is. Look at how cute they are. Okay, big image. I know that's Nord. Those are the Twilight sisters, but man, frick. It's got butlers too. I mean, I guess don't necessarily care about butlers. Room cards. Oh, how did I miss this? Honestly, I get sent so many Japanime emails that I kind of gloss over a lot of them, so I probably completely ignored that. Hey, look, there's a new expansion. Like, I would not ignore a new expansion on purpose. And then they have Moto Tanto Cuore. I have the beach volleyball one. Damn it. Wait. Hi, classmates. 3 support things. Yeah, I have Doki Doki Beach Volleyball. Frick. Okay. When? It delivers next month. It delivers next month. Shit. Okay. Well, it delivers next month. Okay, Winter Romance International Edition. So yeah, International. There were only 10 cards and they were trying to get backers for different languages. And I think only like 1 or 2 went through. I think French went through. I could be wrong. But do they have good pictures of the maids? Oh, I got the $200 one. So, sorry for the cough. I have Japan. I have cloth bags, I think, somewhere lying around. I got the Russia. Russia's really cute, too. The foil cards. I have the French playmat. She was really cute. Postcards are postcards. Arisa. I have the pillow still, I think. I have the pins. Oh god, I have pins. Actually, this only came with 1 pin. I bought extra. I bought all the pins. Foil card packs. Is this it? No. Is there another version? Or was it a different Kickstarter that came with a lunchbox? Do they have better versions? Okay, here we can see the art for the playmats, which are pretty indicative of the cards. So Canada, obviously, you want the skiing bikini maid, as Merc said. Yes. Norway's pretty cute. I think I might have her as a playmat. I may have gone for it. I'm not certain. I'd have to check. Germany. Let's actually zoom in a bit. Germany. I don't... I guess she's very much a beer maid, huh? But they already have an entire expansion dedicated to this concept. Italy is really cute too, right? With the little mocha pot. Italy's super cute. If I got another playmat, it may have been her. Oh, and I guess pins too. Like, there's the art in here. So we have France, Germany, Italy, Spain. Can I zoom in any further? Actually, do I have to go back up? Shipping. Yeah, Spain. That doesn't exactly say maid, does it? I guess it... Does it say Spain as well? I'm not certain if it says Spain. Japan. Demure. Australia has a maid. She's approaching a koala. I I feel like she doesn't have a whole lot of space up there for a brain, so it's kind of a like, oh, that poor girl. That poor girl. Also, I guess thinking like, so we have the running of the bulls in the background here. We have the Leaning Tower pizza. We have, I don't know if this is a particular building in Germany. Not Italy. France has Eiffel Tower. Japan has a garden. That's fine. She has the opera house in the background. Canada just has mountains, I guess? Canada just has mountains. Russia. Russia's really... Oh, I might have Russia. Wait. No, I do have Russia because she came as part of the pack. The distinctive Russian architecture in the background. USA. USA. The backgrounds, I guess, doesn't say a whole lot aside from like, look, horse, bull. She's a cowgirl. This is grainy as shit. This is super, super grainy. She has... Look at her horse. Her horse has... ear covers? Her horse is a fucking maid too. Her horse is a maid too. And the frills are on the top of her hat. The division between maid and other theme, it doesn't really lean towards maid, does it? But I guess here they wanted to make it extremely clear that she's all-American. Actually, I wonder if Italy and Spain have the same artist. Hold on. Because... Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah. FS. FS did the art for both. So it's kind of that explains so much. That explains so much. Russia. And we have Norway, who is pretty cute. Pretty cute. She looks like a little barbarian nearly with the, like, little puffs on her arm. I guess, like, bound fur, it looks like, right? That style. And the hat, too. It's not actually a hat, I guess. It's a hood. But yeah, I guess when it comes to the rest... Yeah. 20 packs. There was one. There's Winter Romance. And then there was the other one. Which is just going to be kind of crying. Yeah, so if I zoom in more. And do this, I guess. And move it over. Mechanics. So they meet up spot cards after the banquet. I guess you could build a deck here without... You could build a town, I should say, without any men if you just want to play Winter Romance without men involved. Do they have any images of the cards? Cold Shoulder. But I guess I don't... No, I didn't. I did, actually. Now that I look at it. I think I have the Whirl... Wait, do I have the Whirlwind Romance? No. I don't remember if I have the calendar. I may have had the calendar, but it's so old that it's gone now. But I definitely have the lunchbox. I definitely have the bento box. My bad. It's a bento box. I may have gone in for this one because I have multiple love pillows. Although I don't think I went for the oversized stuff. Wait, that bento box looks different. Wait. Oh, I guess they are the same. For some reason I thought I had a white top. But otherwise, I guess, yeah, it's Memento Mori for the newest one, and... and tarot cards. Maid tarot cards. And butler tarot cards. I do have to wonder, it's kind of, is that a butler or is that a maid? Or, I guess it could be a butler either way. Just, it's hard to tell, is it a pretty boy or is it not? So suede fabric, sewn edge, playmat. This is a very different room setup. Is this I guess there's the rulebook right here. Molto tanto cuore. It very much is like, wait, I have these, but different design. Different design, so I guess they're not interchangeable. Are they? Or is this just the art card version? I can understand if it's just the art card version, but if it is an art card version, then it just kind of gets rid of the thing. One of the things that I liked originally about Tanto, which was the clarity of the card. But I suppose if you're playing high stakes, everyone understands the rules perfectly, then you don't necessarily need that information. You can play with the pretty cards. But then why would you want to play with the limited edition pretty cards? I guess if they're in a sleeve, it's fine, though. So it's the park instead, huh? It's a little strange that I guess people are supposed to be sat at the corners. What else comes with it? If you want to go all in on all the existing Tantos as well, it's nice, I guess, for people who are getting into the series. That's how I think I picked up a lot of my stuff. I joined during... I had the base game, but I think I went in on Oktoberfest. So I think I actually have an additional copy of Tanto, like standard Tanto, lying around unopened because, like, I don't need 2 copies. I don't need 2 physical copies. Gold foil stamped embellished 78 card tarot deck. Huh? Okay, so they're working on... Numbers are standard. The court cards are unique. $40. That's, I guess, not that bad for a gold foil stamp embellished tarot deck, is it? I don't know how much tarot decks tend to run. So you can't use them for the game. Just clarifying. So they didn't actually finish all their goals? I wonder if it was having unique art for them? Oh, but it kind of sucks that they didn't finish it, I guess. Like, that was the last one. They didn't get the push. How short were they? How short were they? 169. Okay, so they were still a bit off. They were still a bit off. Oh well. Oh well. I don't know if that's gonna necessarily be in the cards for me anytime soon, but like I don't need a copy of it. I don't need a physical copy of it. I don't need a physical copy of this. I'm fine with the current copies I have. Is there anyone I recognize online? Mm. Do you want to go over to someone who's really cute? Raina's streaming. I think I'll raid into Raina. Yeah, I think I'll raid into Raina. I've raided into her in the past. She is a fox girl, celestial fox girl. Mm-hmm. And she's playing Sonic 2. She's playing Sonic 2. I don't know if I've seen that. Okay, so that's looking at what's coming up next. I still have all the maids. I still have all the maids. I still have all the maids. Coming up this week, I need to move myself too, or I can move the schedule. I can just move the schedule, right? Yeah. This week, what's left? On Sunday is gonna be garden tours. Sunday's gonna be garden tours. Gonna do a little walk and talk. See what's out there. Looks like there's some really nice gardens out west. And maybe, I guess, maybe we'll go abroad. Maybe we'll go abroad. Go so far west that it becomes going east. But that's about it for this week. Next week, we're going to be finishing up Paradise Killer. It's going to be the trial. The trial. Everything we've been looking forward to. We have every piece of evidence. We have literally collected everything on the map that I know of that's visible, except for the gun, which is used at the end of the trial, question mark? We'll find out. We'll find out when the gun is used. On Monday, there's going to be another event in Discord. It's going to be another movie night. It's going to be Slayers. It's going to be Slayers... not perfect. Excellent? I have an event created in the Discord. I don't remember what the name of it is. Look, there's a lot of Slayers, and they're all one-shots, and they all have names like that. There's like 6 of them, okay? There's 6 of them. What's up next? What's up next? I have the event. Slayer's Gorgeous. My bad. It's Slayer's Gorgeous. Slayer's Gorgeous. Okay. And yeah, that's about all the plans I have coming up. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Thank you for observing. Respectfully observing the maids. Have a good night.